Fear is an illusion created by the mind's attachment to past pain and future worries. It thrives in the space between what was and what might be, keeping us trapped in a cycle of imagined suffering. But if we truly observe, we see that fear has no reality of its own. It is a projection, a mental construct that arises when we identify too deeply with thought. The present moment holds no fear, for fear cannot exist outside of the mind's narrative. When we become aware of this, something shifts. We begin to see fear not as an enemy to be fought, but as a fleeting shadow that disappears in the light of presence. The more we resist fear, the stronger it appears. For resistance is itself a form of attachment. But when we witness fear without reacting, without making it into a personal identity, we realize it has no true substance. It is simply energy passing through. Love is our natural state, but it remains hidden beneath the weight of conditioned thinking. The ego clings to fear because it thrives on control, on separation, on the illusion of protection. But true protection is not found in fear. It is found in surrender. Surrender to the vast intelligence of life itself. The moment we stop grasping, stop trying to control the uncontrollable, we open ourselves to something deeper. Stillness is the key. In stillness, fear dissolves. It has nowhere to take root, no story to attach itself to. In this space, love emerges, effortlessly, not as a fleeting emotion, but as the very essence of our being. Love does not come from the mind, it comes from presence. And when we rest in presence, we see that fear was never real to begin with. It was only a veil, a passing cloud in the infinite sky of awareness. Right now, in this moment, you are free. Free from the past, free from the future, free from the illusions that have kept you bound. Step into this freedom. Feel the weight of fear dissolve in the light of your own awareness. You are not your fear. You are not your thoughts. You are something far greater, something vast, silent, and filled with the boundless love that has always been here, waiting to be remembered. The present moment is the gateway to inner peace and true love. It is only here in the now that life truly unfolds, yet most people remain trapped in the past or anxiously anticipating the future, missing the profound stillness and clarity that exist in this very moment. The mind continuously pulls us into stories, regrets of what was, worries of what might be, keeping us from realizing that everything we seek is already here. Peace is not found in changing external circumstances, but in awakening to the reality of now. When you are fully present, fear dissolves. Fear cannot survive in the light of awareness, for it is a creation of time. It depends on memory and projection, on things that are not real in this moment. But when attention rests completely in the now, there's a deep sense of ease. Nothing is lacking, nothing needs to be fixed. This is the space where true love arises, not as an emotional high, but as a state of being. Love is not something to be attained or searched for, it is the natural expression of presence. When the mind is still, when identification with thought dissolves, what remains is love. Not the love that comes and goes with conditions, but an unconditional, boundless love that is always here. This love is not dependent on another person, nor is it something that can be lost. It is who you are, beyond the stories of the mind. To embrace love, one must embrace presence. The mind resists this simplicity because it thrives on complexity, on problems to solve, on past wounds to analyze. But in reality, there is nothing to solve, only something to see. The deep, still, unshaken awareness that is always here. In this awareness, peace is not something to reach for, it is simply recognized. Love is not something to earn, it is simply allowed to flow. Right now, in this moment, there is an open door to freedom. No past to hold on to, no future to fear, just this breath, this heartbeat, this awareness. And in this space, the truth is revealed. You are already whole, already at peace, already love itself. Fear is a construct of the mind, a projection of an imagined future or a lingering shadow of the past. It does not exist in the now, yet so many remain trapped within its grip, believing it to be real. They mistake the voice in their head the ceaseless chatter of worry, doubt, and insecurity for their true self. But who you are is not fear. Who you are is presence. Who you are is love. To break free from fear, one must step fully into the now. The present moment is not tainted by fear, for fear cannot survive in the clarity of awareness. When you are deeply present, fear dissolves like mist before the rising sun. There is no need to battle it, no need to analyze or resist it. Simply witness it. A silent observer within you is untouched by fear. This is your true essence. Love is not something to seek. It is something that you already are. The mind, however, obscures this truth by clinging to the illusion of separateness. The ego thrives on division, self and other, past and future, gain and loss. But love knows no such boundaries. Love is not a fleeting emotion. It is the very fabric of existence, the energy that flows through all of life. To embrace love is to dissolve the false self, the conditioned mind that insists on fear. The way to love is through stillness. When you become present, even for a moment, you touch something deeper than thought. You enter the space of awareness, where fear loses its power. In stillness, there is no resistance, no struggle, only the vast openness of being. From this space, love arises effortlessly. It is not something to do, it is something to be. True freedom is not the absence of challenges, but the ability to meet them without resistance. Fear thrives on resistance, pushing against what is, grasping for what might be. But love flows. Love surrenders to the intelligence of life, trusting the unfolding of each moment. When you embrace love, you align with this natural rhythm, no longer shackled by the illusions of the mind. Right now, in this moment, you are free. Free from the stories that bind you, free from the fear that never truly belonged to you. Right now, love is here, and when you awaken to that truth, you realize you were never separate from it at all.